Day 1 by 10. Basic strokes plus alphabet basic practice. Beautiful handwriting starts from strong basics. Learning to write well starts with basic strokes. These are the simple lines and curves that make up every letter. When you practice these shapes, your handwriting will become much easier to read. Think of these as the building blocks for all the letters you write. The first important shape is the straight vertical line. You start at the top and pull your pen straight down to the bottom line. This stroke is the base for letters like L, T, and B. Keeping these lines straight makes your writing look neat and organized. Next is the horizontal line. This is a straight line that goes from left to right. You use this for the crossbar on the T or the middle of an H. Try to make these lines steady and flat so your letters do not look like they are learning or falling over. Then there is a diagonal line. These are lines that slant at an angle instead of going straight up or down. You use these for letters like V, W, and X. Slanting lines can be tricky, so take your time to make sure they all lean the same way. The curved line is very important for round letters like O, C, and A are all made using these arcs. Instead of using sharp corners, use a smooth and round motion. Practicing circles and half circles will help your hand move more naturally across the paper. Some letters need a hook or tail. This is the little curve at the bottom of letters like J, U, and Y. Adding this little flick at the end makes your handwriting look finished and helps your letters stand out clearly from each other. Learning to write is much simpler when you look at letters as a collection of basic shapes. Instead of trying to memorize how to draw a whole letter at once, focus on the individual lines shown in your image. By mastering these small, repeatable parts, you can build any letter in the alphabet with much greater control and confidence. The diagonal stroke which you are practicing for the letter A is essential. Two lines that lean against each other. When you draw these, try to keep the angle the same for both sides. This creates the triangular shape that forms the foundation of the letter, giving it a balanced and steady look on the page. Your image also shows a horizontal stroke used for the middle bar of the A. This is the flat line that connects your two diagonal strokes. Keeping this line perfectly horizontal or parallel to the writing line is key to making your letters look level and professional rather than lopsided. When you practice the letter B, you are focusing on the vertical stroke. This is the long straight line that forms the back or spine of many letters. Pulling your pen straight down from top to bottom creates a clean, strong foundation that helps your handwriting look neat and well organized. Notice how the letters in your image are constructed by adding different strokes together. For the A, you combine two diagonal lines with one horizontal line. Seeing these as individual pieces helps your brain learn the pattern faster, so you don't have to think as hard when you move on to more complex letters. Repetition is the most important part of this exercise. Notice in your photo how you have drawn the same stroke several times in a row by repeating the diagonal A shape and the vertical B line. You are training your hand to move with more rhyme and consistency, which is exactly how you develop good penmanship. Hand positioning plays a big role in how well your strokes turned out. As seen in your picture, holding the pen comfortably and allowing your hand to move smoothly across the paper makes it easier to keep your line straight. If your hand feels too tight or tense, your strokes will likely look shaky, so try to keep your grip relaxed. Spacing between your practice strokes is also very important. Even when you are just doing exercises like these, try to keep an even gap between each stroke. This helps you develop a sense of rhythm, which will eventually make your full words and sentences look much cleaner, more readable. Consistency in size is another goal to aim for. As you practice these strokes, try to make sure each vertical line is the same length and each diagonal shape is the same height. If your strokes are all uniform, your letters will look uniform, which is the secret to beautiful tidy handwriting. Finally, remember that these basic strokes are the building blocks for every letter in the alphabet. By spending time on these simple A and B exercises, you are doing the hard work that makes everything else easier later on. Keeping practicing these small shapes, and soon your brain and hand will work together to write letters perfectly every time. Beyond just forming individual letters, these basic strokes are essential for mastering spacing and rhythm within words. When you are comfortable with how a vertical line or a curve feels, you can better judge how much room to leave between letters. This prevents your writing from looking crowded or messy, ensuring that each word is distinct and easy to read at a glance. These strokes also help you build consistency in size and height, which is the hallmark of great penmanship. By repeatedly practicing the exact same height for your vertical B strokes or the same width for your diagonal A strokes, you train your eye to recognize when a letter looks too large or too small. This discipline creates a clean, uniform baseline that makes your handwriting look professional. Finally, practicing these basic strokes is the fastest way to develop your own personal writing speed.